Oh, I left out one other thing. In that transcendence chapter, she also says how she's thankful for unanswered prayers. And we all can relate to that. That some of the prayers, when God doesn't answer some of the prayers, it's because, I've always been told that it's because He has something better. And she can be thankful for unanswered prayers. And I think we all can relate to some of our prayers, that some things that we've asked God for and we didn't get them. And then later we're glad that that God didn't answer those prayers. So I could really relate to that in chapter 4. In chapter 5, that chapter is called anyway, what she's talking about in chapter 5, chapter 5 is called Totally. And what she's talking about is that we must trust God totally. That some people put God in boxes. They think that little stuff they can't ask God for. But if it troubles you and it troubles your heart, because God knows where everything is. He knows where the big stuff it is, and He knows where the little things are. So nothing is too small to ask of Him. And she talks about that and how she's lost stuff. And there was a pastor at my church a while back when I was younger, and he spoke of how he lost his car keys and he couldn't find them, and he was tearing his house apart. And then his wife told him that she was going to pray that he found his keys, and he found his keys. But I think a lot of us would think that that's something that's too small, to pray for God to help us find, or to ask of God. We think that's too small. But anyway, that's what she talks about, us putting God in boxes. That a lot of people put God in boxes, and they think that you can't ask God for the small things. But if it troubles your heart, then you should ask God. So that's what I learned in chapter 5. And like I said again, in any other of my videos, if you looked at it, I'm really not a professional. I'm just, sharing something on video that I've learned that is inspired that is inspired and has encouraged me. And so, this book has really, Pricilla Shirer really inspires and encourages and motivates it. Every time I try to talk about her, I get tongue tied. I don't know what's that about. But anyway, this is a great read. I love this book. And I'm on chapter 6. The last chapter has 6 chapters. Then I think it has a little chapter afterwards. And then I'm done and I'm on to my next book. Y'all have a blessed day.